Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now, new start today. We got a new start today. Now, I'm going to start this, but I have to apologise because I don't think I'll be able to start the other one for a little while with the stitches, because I need to feel a bit better so my brain can focus a bit better on things. So I'm decided that I'm going to do this now. I've been wanting to do some of these for a while. When I say some of these, I hope to get a few done, or 2 or 3 maybe, I don't know, see how I go. Okay, these are from my Etsy. So I'm going to make a bag. I'm going to make a Crazy Patchwork Bag. I'm going to make it like a shoulder bag, but I'm going to have, it's only going to be this. So I drew a line around here, okay? So what I did, I just got my pencil and I just went down here and round to there. Now I scooped it down further, but that's wrong. So I brought it up around there. Okay, now I've got 2 pieces. So one's going to be the front and one's going to be the back. The back will be just plain. This calico is full of bits. Look at it, it's absolutely full of bits. So it's all right to use for a base piece. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm folding this in half so I can get the other side the same shape. Okay. Hopefully. So I'm going to cut down around here and do it all at the same time so it'll be the right shape. Okay. Now, I can't tell you how bad I feel today because I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm not a happy duck today. Right, so now that's good. That's a good size, I think. I like it. I used to make a lot of these ones. Mostly for evening bag styles, but today I'm going to do this one with velvet fabrics because I love the velvet dual colours. So I keep one piece for the back and this is going to be the front. Okay, so you've seen this happen before many times, but if you haven't, welcome to my channel and hopefully you'll enjoy this. Yeah, so I'm going to have a mouthful of water before I get started. Lack of sleep doesn't make me a very happy person at all, I tell you now. Okay, so I need really, really dual sort of colours, you know, really beautiful bits. Now I have fake velvet, which I'm going to put in it as well, because I do not have necessarily colours that I want in all the... Where did that go? Here we go. Sorry about this. Look at that. Isn't that delicious? Now, I don't know whether to use that one or the red. I think I like the red better. For this I do like red. Okay. And a green. Have we got a green? Yeah, we've got a green. And we've got that. We need a purple. We've got purple, red, green. I need probably something else. How about that one there? Yes, that's nice. And that looks really cool, doesn't it? Okay. So what we need to do is just get our little pieces together. And the starting piece will be this... bit here, I think. Now, what have I done with me? I'm definitely going to need this rolling thing now, aren't I? For the fluff content. Okay, right. Get the... Don't tell me I'm not down to the end of it. I think I might be, you know. And I've got no idea where there's some more. I do have another... Hang on, there's a... Wait a minute. Nobody panic, I'm just getting myself a piece of paper. Piece of sticky to get the fluff off. Okay. Well, I could have slept away just today and then I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight, so I'm just trying to do some things in here with you so I won't be worrying about myself. And just get a bit done so we can make some of these. I had a few comments about the bugs on the thing that I made. I've got videos on these, okay, I've got videos on all that stuff, and I won't be doing them again, not soon. The doll, maybe I haven't got a video of her for a long time, but these ones shouldn't have been too far away, and that one there is a beauty, wasn't that long ago. So a few of you asked me about that. You just type in my name and Bug or something, I don't know. Sonia and Bug or whatever. Now, that's got folded over. I like to start with a 5-piece edge piece, right? By that I mean we have 5 edges of it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a small one. Oh dear, that's too little. But see, what I've got to realise too, I've only got a small piece here that I'm working with, so I don't want to make them too big and just take up the whole thing straight away. We don't want to do that. But we don't want to have to keep covering it with patches too as well. That's not a fun thing to do either. Now this is a really heavy one here. They're just different sorts of velvet that I'm making it with because I just love the colours. So what I'm going to do now is just cut myself out some strips. I'll go with the strips to start with. I hope they'll be long enough. There's one of those. I should only need 2 of each colour if I do it, you know. This is beautiful, this piece. This is delicious. Now I have got another bit of orange, but I'm not going to, it's too thick. It's way too thick, so this is what I'm having today. This one, and it's falling all over the place. This must be a faux velvet, I think. It's a faux one. It's not true, not real. This is not real. This one is. So the only one that's not real is the orangey colour one, which is a shame, but I'm sorry about that, but this is what we're going to have to do today. I'm going to have to get the iron and show you how to do that. A bit of ironing. That's something I do not enjoy. I don't mind doing it in the craft room. It doesn't worry me at all. As far as ironing clothes, we don't do that. We don't have to iron the clothes these days because they're not things that you get wrinkly. Only, you know, your best ones might be. But that's, you know, that's not something we're going to worry about today. Righto, so I'm going to plug the iron in. Where are you? Come here. I know I've got to buy another chair. What can I say? I just have to leave it like I got for this time being. What am I going to unplug? The heater. I've got a power board here. It only holds 4 things. And I've got a light, 2 lights and a camera in there. So I'm going to need this to just to iron that piece out because you do want it to start out with it reasonably straight. So make it a lot easier, okay, to use. This one here's the main one. That one I won't put the iron on. It's a bit synthetic for that. This one I might have to give that a bit of a press there. And I don't know if this will be nowhere, this is probably nowhere near enough, but we just want, this piece will be of this colour. I know it doesn't take long to get hot really. I'm actually a smaller iron than this. I bought him when Spotlight opened here years ago and he was on a real good special. Actually, I hardly ever use it because, well, it is only half the size of this one. It's a bit small. You need to cover a fair area, you know, like, what have I done there? Look at that. That can't be real. Oh, well, I suppose it could be. But that burnt that. I can smell it. Oh, didn't hurt these others. I wonder what this is then. It looks good anyway. I won't be able to use that bit. Oh well, you just got to be careful, Sonia. I'll put that down there. I'd rather put it on the floor so it doesn't land on me. It's got a lot of a long cord on that thing. Okay, so we have the red one on, like that, okay, in the centre. I like the idea of that. Now, we're going to get our first piece and we're going to add it to here. Right. So it's going to go across there. Easy. This is real easy to do. I'll just have a piece of this cotton. I'm very close to the camera today. Put a pin in. Now what I need to know is that hang on a second, I'll have to cut that straight, that's annoying. I need to know that that I'm sewing both pieces. This is really hard to cut, this stuff. It's really wiggly. I need to know that both the pieces are being sewn, okay? So what I'll do is just put it on so there's a tiny bit of the red just sitting out there, okay? Probably less of the red than that. We don't need to use that. A bit higher. Come on. Righto. So now we can put some, I hope so, we can put some stitches on here. Goodness me. Okay. Now this doesn't have to be, well, it has to be good, you know what I'm saying. Make the stitches so they're not too big because you don't want it to be gaping open. But you will be sewing over top of that later, you know, with the fancy stitches. Alright? Now I left that a fair size, this orange bit, only because I want to give myself the opportunity to fix it to whatever size I need it to be, okay? So I'm going to end that off there. I think I might need a new pair of scissors. I have a nice, good big pair, but they're not actually near me at the moment, so that doesn't help one bit, does it? Now, I think I want to take that right to the top, but I've got to cut this off here, maybe down that way. That might be too big. So when you think about it, you're going to put the next piece over here somewhere. Actually, it doesn't go over there at all. When you put that bit down, you're supposed to have a line that goes straight so that that goes across there like that. Okay? So that's where that's going to go. I'll cut that off in a minute when I have sewn this piece on, because this piece then will open across there like that. Okay? Okay, so I'll cut it off then. I want to stitch it first so I make sure we got everything. The red bit. Yep. Now I don't always do my crazy patchwork like this at the beginning, as you would have seen many times, but sometimes I do, and this is what I'm doing today, and hopefully you can follow this okay. I'll have to get those big scissors, I suppose, and use them. Like, they're really huge, you know, they're really good big gold pair that my son bought me years ago. And I hardly ever use them because they're really too heavy. They feel, you know, not right, but anyway. Where are we going? Down here? Alright. Well, that's crooked. We don't want that, do we? I don't know. Sometimes, I suppose, when you're doing something and you've got a pin in it or it's very thick, it's not easy to keep yourself on track. Sometimes it'll go a bit wonky on you, so just be careful. Seems when I start talking I muck things up. Should be paying more attention to what I'm doing. I want to make sure that I catch this red one, okay? Make sure that I get that red piece. Done it again. I've done it again. Sorry about this. If I was doing this myself by myself, I'd still be taking this undone and redoing it because I don't want big gaping gaps in it. These will be embellished and they'll also have dangles on the bottom of them, like the small face thing that I made, because that's how I made them before. They had the dangles on the bottom, bead dangles. I think, I don't know, might be too heavy. We'll have to see. I am doing a bit of a back stitch here, but anyway. It seems to me to be easier to get hold of a bit more fabric. Making the smaller stitches a little bit hard. If you go backwards like that, you can get a bit more, hold of a bit more fabric. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to cut this bit off. There you go. Now you've only got a little tiny bit of them, but that doesn't matter. It just looks really good. You know, I don't mind that one bit whatsoever. And this is not long enough, so I'm going to get another bit of that. So I put the iron on it. I stuck the iron on it, didn't I? Where did I put them? Back in here? Yeah, I'm sure I did. Sitting on top here, if I had a mouth, it would have bit me. Dear oh dear, Sonia. And I've got a selvage on that, so I hope I've got enough. Dear oh dear. Only come out to there, and that's okay, so I'm going to cut that bit off. Why did I leave my scissors down there? And I don't understand why I'm going to make myself try to do this, because it's fluffy, this stuff. It's fluffy. It's not picking anything up because it's all covered in it. I picked up too many bits. We're going to have to leave that a minute. Time for that. Yeah, I'm going to sew that down there. Hopefully we can get right through to the stitch, starting of the stitching of it before I have to go, because I've got the timer on there and I know what's going on. Now, what I mean, when I go to take a stitch, it's really hard to get hold of. So if I go back, I can have a longer stitch and I can go through the thicker fabric. I know that might sound a bit strange, but it's easier to do that. Otherwise your stitches aren't small enough, I don't think. Mine aren't anyway. Plus my hands give me a hard time. I'm going to have to get them to change the switch in the bathroom, the light switch, because I can't turn the light switch on very easily. I have to stand there and smack at it. Got this tiny little thing and my hands aren't right for doing that, you know, so I don't know. I asked Jeremy if he could change it. He said he probably could, but he might as well get the people that own the house to do it. That'd be better, wouldn't it? They can do it. The house is 40-something years old or more, because we've lived here for 35 of them years. Maybe 35, 36, I don't know, but it's been a long time. Most of our married life anyway, we've come here about year or so after we were married. This has been our nest, our home. Unthreaded. I'm going to put this bit in there though because I've only got that tiny bit to go. Don't know what I'm going to put on this yet. Bit of everything, I suppose. But, you know, just got to be different from every other one I've ever done, which will be because they all are. They're all different. I have 3 that Jeremy found when we were doing the room that are old that I used myself. Oh, that hurt. Went up underneath my finger. Oh, dear. But they are really old and had it, and I've actually pulled some of the what's names off. I'd take them off the first one and put them on the next, some of the little dangly bits or whatever. What do you call them? Charms and things. Because I did put a lot of charms on in them days. I still do, I suppose. And I took them off and put them onto the next one, so... Righto, that's cool. Now, I want to cut it across there, don't I? Okay, so we do that. This is going to be going down around here. And this piece comes off here. But I would have turned it over and cut it off later. And I just want to show you the going idea as we go along. Okay, now there's going to be a little tiny bit in that bit, isn't there? Because there's only a tiny spot there to put it. This is not straight, look at that. It's only because it is what it is, why it's so crooked. And it wouldn't be to do with my crooked eye, I suppose. Now, hang on a minute. I want to put more of this yellow in. Maybe over there. Why don't we get to that bit? I'm going to put this bit in here first. There's a couple of pieces going to be put on in a different way. And that's alright. I'll show you how. These end bits, as if they fit. Didn't know what I was going to do today, but I decided I've got some bags to put together, so when I want to do these, and then I'm going to do them all at the same time, or pretty much. So I'll put them up in my store. Okay, so that's not right. You've got way too far in from the start here. For starters, Sonia, you need to go back over that way a bit further. Look. There we go. And over there. Trouble with that pin. That one's good. It went through there real easy. Righto. Let's put this one on. So I don't want my stitches that big, but to save my having a... Let's make sure you get both them bits. So when I put this up on the thing, I can just write that it's velvet-like fabric, and that way some of it's not actually real. It won't matter, will it? That's a bit thick there, that piece. Now your foundation's very important because you don't want gaps in it, and I've come up with gaps many times, but I'm going to really focus on this, and that's what we should do all the time, you know, put our focus onto everything. Pay attention. Make sure that's right. I could be ironing them, but I'm not going to, because you seen what happened when I ironed that green bit. You'd iron your cotton ones as you go going, iron your seams all down. But this sort of thing, you better not iron this. It'll sit down when you stitch the stitches. Which I haven't done any stitching like this on anything now for weeks, I suppose. Well, this is going. I better stop talking to you about you. It'll turn me off. It'll turn off the video. I can't stand this bent stick anymore. It's getting me down really bad. And it's freezing cold. It's excuse me, it was 2 degrees this morning. 2. Oh, we live in an arid country, really hot. Probably one of the it's just hot here. Well, as a rule, it is. And I don't mind it. I do not like the cold at all. I'm always grizzling about something, aren't I? Should have cut that off too. Anyway, I don't think I took that back far enough, but we'll look into that shortly. Right, now I can put yellow here, because I can go over these ones. This is extremely large, this piece, so I'm going to get some more red and a bit more yellow. And I can put a bit of red there maybe. And then I've got some more green here. That's not the bit I need. I can just keep going around that way, okay? I think I've got enough colours on there. I do have a really thick yellow one, I think. Somewhere in here. Oh, this one here. Now I should have put a bit of that on before, but I'll use this instead of that, I think. This is a good heavy piece. Cut it up along here. Oh, that's nice. Everything's hairy today. Sorry about the breathing, but I have to do that. Helps a lot if you breathe. Come on. Oh, goodness me. I think I'm taking off more than one layer. That's the issue, because this is a stupid thing. The other ones used to undo on an angle. This one goes straight around. Yeah, look at that. I was taking off about 3 layers. Now I've got 1. Oh, that's good. Hope that's only 1. Probably 2. Oh, well. I do have more rolls somewhere, but you know what? Nobody wants to find them now, do they? Really? That was a bad idea, using my arm to do that. Oh dear. I'm sorry I can't use my arm. Sorry about this. I will have one of these, so my throat will be hopefully a bit better to talk to you while I'm doing this. Oh, crikey. I may have mentioned though that I have got something wrong with my arm that is driving me crazy. I'm going to come back on this one a bit because I want to have a bit of this in it, because if I don't do that, I'll cut it over there so you don't cut it on the piece again, because I won't have any showing. By the time I put a seam on there won't be no yellow, so I might actually take it like that. Yeah. I'll give it a bit more interest of some sort. Now this stuff's making me itch because I suppose there's bits of fibres of it everywhere. Am I happy with that, or do I want this one? I think I'll have this one. I think I will do it. This is thick to sew through. That's okay. Not too bad, it's not that thick at all really. The stitches are too big now. Yeah. Make them shorter. Do back ones. So there's lots of people out there watching my channel and they're not subscribed to me, and I'd like them to if they wouldn't mind. It'd be nice. And give me a thumbs up. I don't mind you watching my channel. I'm really pleased that you do. The only thing is, sometimes it's nice to see that I've got a few more subscribers, that's all. Because not everybody comes back. Because if I did, things would be fantastic, but there's not many people go back and watch your channel after they've subscribed to you anyway. Out of the 13,500 or something subscribers I've got, whatever it is, and you get about sometimes up to 500 people watching. Just depends over the month. And that goes for everybody too. I mean, you see people with 100,000 subscribers and they're only getting about 4,000 people watching them. That's weird, isn't it? But I suppose people think about, they might like something they do and then they forget to get back there or whatever. And that's all right. I mean, I've subscribed to a few channels, but I can't go and watch them all too. I can understand it. I've gone past the end there. I went too far. So what I'm going to do now, to save that, I'm going to stitch around the outside of this, okay? Goodness me. More hurry, less speed. I will be doing this anyway this morning because that's what I'm up to. So now, as long as you've got your calico piece, whatever you use for your base, as long as it's getting sewed on, going around here. And when you're putting your bits on, keep it back away from the edge a bit, beads and things, because you're going to sew around that. It would have been easier if I did this on the other side, wouldn't it? I'll be able to see what I'm doing. People in the corner. I think I better go over here and do this, eh? And stitch this down around here before I cut it off. Okay, cut these off. Sounds like somebody's car alarm stuck or something out there. We don't have a car. Never have done. Never ever. Jeremy was never interested in driving. We're not people that go on holidays or things like that, so we didn't really need one. When we do go on holidays, he swears he's never going to go any further than where he can't walk back from. He likes to his home, he don't like it. That must be the last piece of this. Things are grim, aren't they? Oh no, there's another bit, look. Well, gee, I hope I can clean up a lot of this off with this last bit, because it does annoy me, it really does. It's probably the only thing I don't like about doing this is the fluffy things and all the furry bits. Okie dokie, now I've come to a dent. I will need more green or red. Might be blue. Why haven't I got some blue on here? That's what I'm missing, a bit of blue. I think that's purple. It's got fluff on it. Must have some blue. I've got a light one there, that's no good to me. Oh dear. Why didn't I find a piece of blue? Isn't that delicious? We'll have a piece of this. Now this is going to make fluff everywhere too. Never mind, doesn't matter. We're just having a piece of this. Isn't this gorgeous? This is the most beautiful colour. Like that. And I'm going to put it there. I'll cut that off because I don't want that same thing. So this must have come off a piece of clothing. And that's fine. You can get this from the what's the name pieces from wherever you can find them. The velvet bits. Put that there. Yep. You know what? I'm really itching to take that out. I won't though. I won't. I know before I had a piece on something and I covered it over. I did. I covered it up with something else. Okay, so I want this to be a bit too. I'm going to come back into there. This piece here is going to have to be turned over like that first. Or something. And I might put a piece of that down there. Where do you reckon that'll work? Okay. I need a bigger bit of that. Well, first I'm going to turn this back and stitch it. Now there's nothing that says you can't do this, okay? If you need to. This is beautiful, this is. I think it might have been a skirt. I don't think anybody ever wore it. Okay. I'll put this on here. So when it turns up that way, I want it to go like that. Okay. This looks pretty, doesn't it? Looks good on the camera. And the picture of it there. It's fluffy that I can see, but I can just see the fluffy bit. So I'll go down here. We'll start here, right? I'm sorry about this, me slopping around with this lolly. I've got to try and stop myself from coughing. I coughed so much last night and I couldn't sleep and my head was hurting. And, gee, I was in a bad way. I really, really was. You know, when you get that way, you think, oh, please let me be free. I just got to get through this. I'm not sick like I was, as far as, you know, you get that awful sickness in yourself and you've got a flu or a virus or something, whatever it's called. But I have got this really bad cough and a worse than ever raspy voice, because I always have a raspy voice anyway. For morning especially, people would always say to me, if you talk to me in the morning, they go, are you sick? And I go, oh no, it's got to clear my throat. Now, so that's not too thick there, we're going to have to cut that back. All these scraps can go in me thread bin. Okay, that looks really pretty. Now when I get this bit here, underneath there, I will put it like that. Let's get a piece. Let's get a piece and I'll show you that before the time runs out, and then we'll go on to the next part. Will be tomorrow, or yes, it will be, because I think I'm going to continue on with this, because I don't want to not continue on with it, you know. I've got other things that I'm working on, of course, but I want to get some things in my shop. I need to do some things in my Etsy. So, right. So this one, I'm going to put there, down like that, okay? And then that'll come over the top of it. Get me? And then I'll pull out them stitches. This is all, you know, whichever way it'll work. Right? It's whichever way it'll work. Definitely looking forward to my afternoon nap today. Jeremy put me one of them heated throw blankets, you know, because I'm a cold old frog at the best of times. And I'll put that there, will that go over? Oh, a minute. No, it won't, hang on. Probably put it down on a sort of an angle there behind it. I'm going to end up with that yellow one. It'll be nearly gone anyway. It'll only be a little tiny bit, and that's okay. Right, so I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, so I get under that heated throw of an afternoon. If I spend a couple of hours under there, if I wake up, I feel like I've been cooked. But at least I sleep so good. I sleep so sound when I'm under that thing, because it keeps me really nice and warm. Just got to move my leg about a bit. Forgot to do that again. It just doesn't like being in the same place, and I don't blame it. It's just uncomfortable. Yeah, I've nearly got none of that little yellow bit left, and that's all right. We don't mind. It's okay. It's just going to be a bit peeping through there. These are all unique pieces of work, you know, so doesn't matter. You just do them the way you like them best. I'm watching this story called The Pact, P-A-C-T, right? Now, the first season, I'd seen it before a long time ago. Oh, well, I want to say that, it might be only a year or something. And I'm going to put this on here first before I cut that off. And it was quite interesting, and I thought that season 2 was a follow-up from it, but it's not, it's another story. And it's really intriguing, this other one. It's all occurring, you know. So I watched a bit of that yesterday. And I can't say, I used to be able to do all this sort of stuff while I was watching TV. I can't anymore. No, I just can't do it anymore. Don't know. Can't concentrate on two things at once. Not good, not me work. You know, I've got to watch I've got to watch the story. I've got to get all the words. Got to make sure I hear, oh dear. And I can't stop it. Oh, crikey. I better go, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? Or tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Please leave a thumbs up. I'll talk to you about it in a minute, all right? Bye.